All right, all right, all right. Father Moo back again, baby. Bring it back. Just dubbing this one that I made. Well, my time it's yesterday. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded. I almost feel like it's time to do something different with the stream, but I'm having too much fun with the dub stuff, man. Too much fun. It's just my thing, you know. Everybody's got to do their thing, and this is the thing I feel compelled to do. Some people ask me, why do you make music, Father Moo? Why do you spend so much money and time on this hobby when you're obviously not a professional musician and your music is too weird for most people anyway? And my answer is, I'm compelled to do it. I'm driven to do it. I gotta do it. So, yeah, there's nothing deeper about it than that. I don't really care if people don't like it. So anyway, I'm just here in the dub station crushing a A&W root beer that's ice cold. And I got something a little different for today. Let's take a look at it. So this is my old patches from 2023. Looking for number 67. There it is. Minimal dubgen .patch. Let's open her up. Okay, well, it's not going to have any sound right now because it's not patched up. But this is not a sound patch. It's more of a pre-programmed instrument setting. And of course, you can see I had dub on the brain even back then, 3 years ago. Although I didn't have the echo hooked up back then. But I built this specifically, excuse me, to reuse it. By that I mean, although I like to, most of the time I like to build a patch from scratch here, I built this one because it's kind of complicated. It takes a while. Got to figure out some of the details. I mean, it looks messy just looking at it right now. But it serves an important function, and today I'm going to build a new style dub patch with the delay in the signal chain, but starting from this. And I just thought I'd show it here, and since it was made 3 years ago, I'm going to briefly just recap what it's doing. I'm not going to explain every single patch and function, but yeah. So over here we have the outputs. There's a mixer, which is taking these two 8-channel mixers and mixing them together in what's essentially mono. And you can see one of the channels has compression, and the other one is labeled right echo chamber. This one is right echo channel and left comp channel. Except in reality, at the time, I never had the delay pedal hooked up, so I guess I was thinking of doing the setup that I have right now, but I wasn't actually doing it. And you guys have seen me use the compressor in the dry channel here before. So I'm probably going to delete this compressor today just because we're already at 86.5% or something like that. So we don't have much leeway here. But some of the other bits will get deleted too, so we'll see what we need. So that's that. And right now we have 3 drum synths wired into the compressor channel. And we have this, which is almost certainly I think this is a FM creation. In fact, I'm a little confused by this one. This one here is set to triangle wave, which is being filtered, which is fine. And then this one is set to a slave oscillator on a sine wave. So I guess I can fade between 2 different dub sounds or bassline type sounds. That's probably it. Triangle wave into filter is very similar to a sine wave, actually. A triangle wave is already almost a sine wave. It has very few overtones. And if you filter it, it's just going to sound very, like a single tone, a single bass tone. And, of course, the sine wave into a AD envelope is just what we've been using for the bass lines already. It's not FM. I'm wrong. The FM ports are not patched. So it's just two different bass sounds that you can fade between and 3 drums. And actually nothing is plugged into the echo chamber anyway. So it was more theoretical. So this will also get changed. But let's just, that's the audio signal. Let's get rid of the audio cables. And for a moment, let's also get rid of, I guess we do need blue. So let's start on the top left. So here, instead of using a clock module, I've got MIDI global out, which means there is a MIDI time you can set. First, you set the Nord Micromodular to be internal clock, and then you set that clock to output, to be at whatever tempo you want, and then you use this module and output it. Well, for the dub patches, we've done the other method, which is just generating a clock inside the synth. I like that just because each patch can be its own tempo, and you don't have to worry about setting the global tempo. The only reason I would use the global tempo is if I wanted to do a live set where everything was at the same speed, so it felt sort of beat matched. But every time you switch a patch, it's going to reboot, and it's very unlikely that it'll still be perfectly in time, so it's not really built for like DJ crossfading or beat mixing. That's not the way this piece of hardware is put together. So anyway, this will probably be replaced. And you can see this is also, the clock is being divided by the clock div here. If we build our own clock module, we don't need to divide it, at least most of the time. So without running into all the details, what it does here is these 4 event sequencers are 16 steps times 4, and they've been set. You can see here the number 64, and then 16, 16, and 16, so that they run sequentially. So you see the green light, he's going along there, and now he's in the 3rd one, and then now he's in the 4th one, and he's down there as well, and they restart here. So I've built a 64-step sequencer. All these little logic modules here are just to combine all their signals and send them to trigger either this envelope or one of the drums. Currently only one of the drums is wired up to this one. So basically channel 1 here, the top row and the notes are for the bass, and the bottom row is for the kick drum. Honestly, I wanted this for my bass channel, but having the kick drum one is fine. I tend to do pretty repetitive dub kick drums, but maybe we'll use it for something else, like a hat or even a snare or some other percussion. We'll see how it goes. Oh, maybe you could even use it for the dub core. That might be interesting. In fact, I think I probably will do that. And so, yeah, so these logic modules, they're not really doing anything except combining the logic signals and making them have one output to go in here. And the blue cables here are combining the note outputs and doing the same thing and feeding the note patch on the master oscillator, which is controlling the slave oscillator. So, yeah, that's what it does. It's a 64-step sequencer. It'd be a lot easier and less processor intensive to just use, Reason or Fruity Loops or something like that. You can have all the steps you want. But I'm doing my stuff in this piece of hardware, and using the resources is not a problem, especially for the minimal kind of dub I'm making now. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to turn the cables back on, and then we're going to set this up for with my new idea in mind, and then program some sounds. So you won't have to just listen to my voice. Lucky you. Okay, let's do it. So we don't need this dude because we're not mixing to mono. And I'm choosing not to use this dude, the compressor. So we're left with left comp channel and right echo channel. I don't care too much about naming everything, but let's just name this left dry channel. Channel is not spelt properly, but you can't read it all anyway. And I think we can leave these in. I think I'm going to delete these two drums for now. Just I can always remake them. And you can see they're patched in. And we're going to need to remove this little leftover gray cable. And if I remember correctly, I'm just looking at my mixer now. Yeah, out 1 is my dry channel. So that means this guy has to go into left, which is the same as number 1, which would mean this guy has to go into there, and that is fine. I said I was going to use the second channel for a dub synth, so let's go ahead and just build that now. I'm going to use OSC times 3. You know what, there's too many cables here. Let's hide at least a couple of them while we build it anyway. There we go. So OSC and OSC. You can see we've got about 30% of the processing power left, so I'm confident we can make, well, we've got 3 voices already. I'll probably get a 4th and maybe even a 5th, and quite honestly, that's enough for everything we've been doing so far. I should also say I want to save this before I actually program in the notes, just when I have the hardware set up, because like the skeleton we made yesterday, I plan to reuse this for other patches, and it's easier just to start from it being dry. Also, the complicatedness of my sequencer means it's hard to find everything a home where it can fit. I can't follow the structure I was following for the other patches. Probably this doesn't matter to anybody except me, but I just want to keep them sort of separate. So we got 1 voice here, number 2 voice. I thought I could fit it in there, but I realize now it's not going to quite fit. So there's this filter, and he needs his 2 envelopes of AD. And so the mixer goes into the filter. Filter goes into envelope 1. Envelope 1 goes into, the output goes into the echo channel for sure, because we don't want that to be dry. And then the output of the second envelope goes into filter input 1. We can open up that a little bit. Now let's turn yellow back on, because I just want to see what's been pre-patched. So this yellow cable is the master trig for the kick drum. So he's the output of the bottom channel of the event sequencer. Well, we now want him to be removed from there. If I double click it, you can see the patch cord has 2 little black thingies, which means we're going to move this patch cord. We're going to move it down to here. Good job. And we're going to gate it across to the second one so they both trig at the same time, and we're done. Now this guy doesn't have one, but we'll worry about him later. He can just take 5. So that's the setup. We're at 80.1. We got 3 voices, and it's looking pretty good. To be honest, I was thinking of deleting this instrument, but let's just leave it for now. I don't have a problem with it. I keep using the sine wave for these dub tracks, but why not experiment with the triangle? It's a little bit waste of resources to build 2 voices and then only use one of them, but, you know, whatever. Can't really, yeah, this is down, or, oh, I see. So I was trying to make like a super bass, because this one is an octave lower than this one. let's just try it. Let's just leave it and try it. And if we delete it, you know what? We'll probably leave that for another patch because we're going to use this machine again anyway. So, again, I'm not going to save it with 2 numbers at the beginning, and it's not going in the streaming patch archive. This is the old Nord Micro Modular folder. Last video, my folders were all screwed up, but I've fixed it. There's the old one. And here's 2026 Nord Micro Modular patches. But like these dub skeletons, he doesn't start with a number because he's designed to be reused. So we're naming him MinDubGen 2026. By sticking close to the old name, I'll remember where I got it from and know when I made this one. It even fits in the thingy. Good job. And we'll make an actual patch. So, yeah, we'll get to that later. Okay, so let's start programming this bad boy. So our baseline is on E3 and then an octave below. But we've been having pretty good results tuning the chord down an octave. So I think I'm going to go take this one down to E2. And I think I'm going to... I think E1 is too atrociously low to even hear anything. So... Now I'm in a bit of a pickle. I am not Pickle Rick right now, guys. Okay, here we go. Well, screw it. Minus 12 here. Minus 9. And minus 17, if I remember correctly. Probably thinking, like, why does he do the same chord every single time? Well, it's a good starting point. Gives me a reference for the tone I'm going for, but eventually I will be making more chords. I think I've done it in some of the other patches, so it's a bad thing if you overly rely on the same sounds every single time. If you use it as a starting point and divert from it, I don't think it's too bad. Whatever. Great. So let's patch him up here and give him some notes. Let's just, for the ease of programming, I'm going to put him on the start of each hit here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do my clocking, so everything's going to stop here in a sec. Actually, I better just, you know what? Hold on. Let me just move it. Now I'm going to make a new clock module, clock generator, it's called. So what I didn't want to do is lose all my patching. So let's just do what we did before. Take the sync out and put him into this new sync. Take the clock out. It's going to suddenly speed up, I think. And it did not. Oh, because it's going into the clock div. Shoot. Okay. I think I screwed up. Hold on. Okay, I just undid that. So this is feeding the clock. So actually this should go to here. Seems like the same tempo, but whatever. And now is this the sync? Nothing is feeding the sync in. That's weird, I think. Okay. Oh, maybe you don't know. I don't feed the reset because it would reset every 16 bars. So actually, I think we're fine. So why the heck is this? Well, I'd patched up the sync out of MIDI Global into the clock div, but then it wasn't getting used because it's not getting sent anywhere. So I guess we're safe to just delete this for now. But they seem to be running perfectly still, so it's fine. So let's delete these two dudes. Get a bit of processing power back. It's probably, we're now 0.1% higher than before, so it really doesn't matter. And I don't like that so much because it made some of my modules invisible. So instead I'm going to drag everybody up, and then I'm going to put the clock, oops, no, don't do that. I'm going to put just the clock gen over here, and just so I don't get confused, I'm going to label that master clock. Let's move him back up to there. I think I'm going to just save this again because this is closer to the starting point I want to be at. I know I have the chord program, but it's not the end of the world. A little quiet, a little bit noisy on the channel here. Probably because I haven't optimized this yet. There we go. Honestly, I have no idea why it's so noisy. I think when I switch batteries in the zoom pedal, if they're not fully charged, maybe they're not the right type of battery, they tend to make it hissy. Sorry about that. Let's do this. I know that moving this attack up to about the 100 point is the right thing to do. Let's try, okay, maybe this will be less noisy. Okay, levels are okay. Yeah, but what I don't know is messing with the decay here. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Let's try this. Okay, this is different than what we usually had. A little bit, to my ear. That's good. Let's try this again. That's cool. It's quiet, but it's cool. Maybe we'll just crank these bad boys back to max, see what we get. It's almost better. Let's just undo there. One of the notes is louder. That's interesting. I'm just going to leave it like that. So our top note is the loudest, middle is a little quieter, and the bass note is even quieter. Never thought of doing that. Usually I'd expect all notes to want to be the same volume level, but happy accidents, right? So I want to tweak this a little here. It's not quite what I'm going for. Okay, good. So let's start doing some baseline stuff, and we're going to try and take advantage of the fact that we have 16 steps. Now we can go ahead and hide the yellow cables again, because that's a real dog's breakfast over there. And in fact, I'm even going to remove the red because I can't really see that super good. But you can be pretty sure they're going to come back. So let's put some notes. I guess we got to put some notes in the sequencer first here. So just sort of working it out in my head what I want to do. That should have gotten me some notes, and it didn't. Wonder what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I just had the volume on my mixer turned down for the dry channel. Just let me tweak my levels for a sec here. What I wanted was this. And I want 9 to 12 have to go up a minor third, so there's 9. This is very fiddly to do, obviously. But having the mouse is better than any other option. Good. It's too close to a dub bass line that I realize I know from somewhere, so I'm going to try a variation by going down 2 steps instead. Screwed something up there. Hold on. That's good. Part of what I'm going for here is having the instruments play less, not more, even though I have all these steps. So I'm going to skip this whole sequencer here and put the same notes in here, or the same trigger events. But they're going to play slightly different notes. This one is going to hit the low note. I'm putting in the notes first, but I haven't put in the trigger event yet, so just hang on a sec. I don't honestly know if this is going to give me staccato notes on one sustained note, but we'll find out. Either way, I'll solve the problem. There we go. Okay, so it did give me staccato notes, so let's do this. think I'll take these all down to the octave and then figure out where my triggers are going to go later. Keep going on the -12ers here. I missed by one. Good. That's what I was going for. It's not my greatest program bass line of all time. I'm going to take a while to, now that I have this machine put together, when I'm not actually programming it, I'll probably be sitting somewhere and thinking about what I want to program. So, yeah. Now I have the problem of not having a, well, maybe this will solve the problem. Maybe just this sequencer can reset on the one. Oops, I fucked up somehow. Sorry, wrong one. This one. So it doesn't look right. Let's do this. That's the right beat, but the wrong kick. Good, good, good. This is quickly becoming my default kick, and I do not care. It sounds too good. Oh my God, that's good. Listen to that. That's better than any kick I've made in the series so far, hands down. I know I'm low on processing power. Well, not that low. But if I put in another drum, it's going to cost me. But I don't care. I'm going to make a nice hat with this one. Let's get into the cymbal zone, please. Oops, I went past it. Did I go past the zone? Here's the zone. Welcome to the zone. Let's use the echo on this just because we haven't done much with it yet. And send this to here. Not bad, not great. That's neat. Using a little bit of echo on it just helps establish the rhythmic thing. And every echo hit is quieter than the original, so it gives you some volume variation. You can do this, but it's a bit techno now, and that's not what I'm going for. Maybe we could do this. It's a little too busy. That's neat. That's really neat. So I got an idea for what to do next with my remaining 6%. Let's see what I can come up with here. I want one of these. Oh, it's going to be hard to get a voice in now with less than 5%. Oh, so close. And I went over. Okay. What am I going to do? Let's delete this. And now we have to buy some processing power back. We have this nice base program, but let's see. I don't think we really need this because it's an octave below an octave, so it may not even be audible. Let's try deleting it. This guy is not going anywhere. He needs to go into dry channel 1. Why the fuck does it sound like that? I see. I deleted any actual envelope. That was smart. But it's easy enough to... You know what? Let's just undo. So this is the default envelope. I realize now they were being mixed before going into it. Let's get rid of him. Send him into here. That should solve it. So there's our new baseline without the sine wave. I don't hear much of a difference. So I'm going to just tweak the filter down a bit. It's pretty good. Maybe a little more decay. And if we take this up a tiny amount, it'll smooth it out a bit. You don't always need that, but it sounds pretty good. And I went too far. Now it sounds wobbly on the intro. One single click was too far. That's funny. Anyway, we bought the power we need. We now have 9% back, so heck, we can almost do 2 voices, but I just want the one. I want percussion osc, which will give us a tuned hit. And I want to put it into the echo chamber. And check this trick out. This one is going to be 64 steps long, which means it's only going to trigger in the first 16. But, you know, the minimalism is what I'm going for here. So let's send the same clock here and do our little trick with this. So you saw the lights run, or I did, and now they're off because he's doing one of the quiet ones. So we'll send his trigger to here, and we'll hear him the next time around. That was it. Wasn't that amazing? It's okay to not be impressed. There it is. A little bit bell-like, or... sounds a bit like an FM synth. And I think I'm going to bring him down. Wrong note, but that's fine. I'm going to take a little click out of it. Took him down an octave. Maybe let's make him a 5th. Or maybe this. I wish I had another delay because he's not really lasting long enough, but it's fine. Let's try moving his hit to maybe here. I wonder what that'll do. It's good. It's kind of too close to the other one. Let's put him on the 8 instead of the 16. That was almost cool. Maybe we do that. It is pretty cool. up a bit, but we'll get there. Oh, I got what we should do. So now it's time to fluxion it. We're going to set it to 34 instead of 32, which means it's never really going to show up in the same place at the same time, but intentionally. Check this out. Here we go. It shifted. Did you hear that? Yeah, it shifted. That's cool. I'm going to digitize it. It's a bit much. It took me to 99.3%, so we're kind of almost out of anything. But I got one more trick up the old sleevarooski here. Clocked random step generator at 0.60. It means we're on 99.9, baby. You love it, baby. Come on, baby. And we're going to use the click in. And now we're getting some more variation on the digitizer here. That sounds cool, right? Come on. It can be a little quieter. This is awesome. Come on. Dub it up. Just having one idea here. I think I'm going to move this one from the echo chamber to the dry chamber. See what we get. Okay, well, it's loud. That's great. Thanks for being loud. We'll give him a few more hits because he's no longer delayed. It's not really better. Let's move it back. When I dubbed it out, I didn't like this as much. And I usually intend to use each channel separately. But the final product is great, really. So we did have to get rid of the sine thing, and we didn't really save the skeleton again, but maybe the next time we'll start by removing the triangle and the filter and leaving just the sine, and then save it then. It's all good, baby. Come on, it's all good, baby. I really like it. It's great. So I'm going to start, first I'm going to save as here. I think min dub gen is fine. It still harks back to the original name, and it fits in the display panel. And it's got his number in the beginning. So let's save him in the synth here. And to save over Energy Turtle. That's a much better named patch. It's not a better patch, but it's better named. Sorry, I get a good feeling when it's going good, and this is what I wanted to do. So enjoy it, because this is how we do it on the Father Moo channel, baby. You love it, baby. You love it. You know what'd be funny? Let's take this hit down another octave. Yeah, I can't be stopped. So he's going to minus 24. It'll take a second to get it right. Hang on. It just sounds like a kick, really. Yeah. remember all the undo steps. I have to redo it myself. That's fine. It became inaudible because the kick hits on the same step, so I was just doing nothing. So I'll just leave it where it is. Maybe I could take it down a fifth? That would be minus 17? Still too low. It's fine, it's fine. Let's bring him back to 12 again. Don't need that hit either. What about this? Nah, don't need it. Don't put in stuff you don't need. There we go. Sounds great. Sounds badass. Save it in the synth again just to be safe. There we go. Okay, you'll have to come back next time for the next Father Moose stream. I hope you do. I appreciate it if you do. This one was live on Twitch and will be being recorded and will be on YouTube when the schedule gets to it. But thank you so much. Thank you from me. Thank you from the Lathe of Heaven. Shouts out to Mark Ireland. Shouts out to Electronic Exposure. Shouts out to LFO. Shouts out to Clavia. Father Moo signing off. Dubbing it out.